Welcome, dear students. I'm Dr. Arun Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So, in this video, I'll be discussing how to solve a second order ordinary differential equations using one of the numerical technique, that is fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So, it is a very important method which can be used to solve differential equations of first order as well as second order. But in this video, exclusively, I'm going to discuss how to solve a second order differential equations. So, which is a subtopic in module 5 of the course Transform Calculus, Fourier Series and Numerical Techniques. That is 18 M83-1 of VTU syllabus. So, in the next slide, I'm going to discuss what is the working procedure to solve a problem of second order ordinary differential equations using this fourth order Runge-Kutta method. Working procedure. First, given a second order ODE, ordinary differential equation, d square y by dx square is equal to phi of x comma y dash. We'll call it as 1. So they'll give a second order d like this with some initial conditions like y of x naught is equal to y naught, y dash of x naught equals y naught dash. So we put dy by dx is equal to z, or if we differentiate this, so dy by dx, if I differentiate, we get d square y by dx square is equal to dz by dx. So let us use this substitution and we reduce the second order differential equation given here to first order differential equation form. You can observe here d square y by dx square. I can replace this by dz by dx. So I get dz by dx is equal to, see here, when I put the substitution y dash, that is dy by dx as z, this relation will change. So what I am going to do is, I'll change the notation. So phi is the original equation they have given. When I use this substitution, the equation will change, and that equation I will take it as g. So I'll write dz by dx is equal to g of x comma y dash means z. So this second order differential equation, whatever it is given, reduces to first order ODE. So the first step here is, let us reduce the second order differential equation to first order form here. So you can observe, this is the first order substitution we have taken and reduces to first order DE. Now after this, we'll move to second step. Step 2 is, from the above step, we consider two first order differential equations. So what are the first order differential equations we have here? See, this is first order, dy by dx is equal to z. So this is the one first order differential equation. And if you observe, this is also a first order differential equation, which is obtained after replacing dy by dx and d square y by dx square by this substitution. So in the first step, if I use this substitution, this equation reduces to a first order form. From that, I'll consider two equations. One is our substitution and one more is the simplified equation. So these two are of first order. So let us consider dy by dx equals z and dz by dx is equal to g of x comma y comma z. Now once you consider these two first order differential equations, I'll just rewrite the equations like this. This dy by dx, I'll take it as f. So I'll write f is equal to z. And this one I will take it as g. It is already considered as g. I'll return as it is. So the first differential equation will be taken as f and the second one will be considered as g. So this is what we have to do it in step 2. So after this, we can find the approximate solution of the differential equation given, which is the second order here, using the formula y of x equals, it is y naught plus 1 by 6 into k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. I'll call it as 2. This is the relation which calculates the value of y. That means the solution of a given differential equation at any value of x. So this is called as a fourth order Runge-Kutta method formula, where this k1, k2, k3, k4 are the parameters. We can calculate them using the separate relations. So let us see what are the relations for this k1, k2, k3, k4 now. See here, the formula for k1 is h into f of x naught comma y naught comma z naught. The formula for L1 is h into same relation, just replace f by g. So g of x naught comma y naught comma z naught. See why we need this L1? So in the formula only k's are there, but here I am choosing L1 also. The reason is when we want to calculate k2, k3 and all, we need this L values, L1, L2 and all. So we need to find L also. So the difference is, to calculate k, you will use a differential equation which is taken as f, and while calculating L, you are going to use a differential equation which was taken as g, but the formula remains same, only the equations differently you are using f and g's. So you can observe, this is the k1 formula, this is the L1 formula. The difference is only the symbols f here, g here. Now the formula for k2 is h into f of x naught plus h by 2 comma y naught plus k1 by 2 comma z naught plus L1 by 2. So this is the formula for k2. Then L2. So L2 again the same formula, just change this f to g. So it is h into g of x naught plus h by 2 comma y naught plus k1 by 2 comma z naught plus L1 by 2. Now the formula for k3, so it is h into f of x naught plus h by 2 comma y naught plus k2 by 2 comma z naught plus L2 by 2. Now similarly, the L3 formula is h into g of x naught plus h by 2 comma y naught plus k2 by 2 comma z naught plus L2 by 2. Same relations. So the functions are changed. Here f, here g. And the formula for k4 is h into f of x naught plus h comma y naught plus k3 comma z naught plus L3. So this is the formula for k4, and remember here I am not going to find L4. The reason is, see, to calculate k2 I want L1, so I am calculating. To calculate k3 I want L2. To calculate k4 I want L3, so L3 is calculating here. But k5 and all you are not going to calculate. Suppose in the formula if there is k5, then k5 includes L4. So by that time I need to calculate L4. But here the procedure contains only up to k4 and you are not finding k5. So L4 is not required. If you calculate up to k4, it is sufficient. Right. So we will calculate k1, k2, k3, k4 like this. And finally in the last step, step 4, we substitute k1, k2, k3, k4 along with the value of y naught, the initial value, in the equation 2, it is not 1, equation 2, we get the required solution. So that means if you substitute this in the formula, whatever you have written here, in equation 2, k1, k2, k3, k4, if you substitute along with y naught, we get the value of the y at given x here, and that will be the final solution of the problem. And this is how we can solve a second order ordinary differential equation numerically using the fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So this is a common procedure for all problems in the fourth order Runge-Kutta method.
Okay, so we shall start the problems on the fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So the first problem, apply fourth order Runge-Kutta method to find y of 0.1 for a initial value problem, IVP, d square y by dx square minus x square dy by dx minus 2xy is equal to 1, whereas the initial conditions are y of 0 is equal to 1 and y dash of 0 is equal to 0. So this is the problem given. Now solution. So first, in solving the second order ordinary differential equations, so it maybe belongs to RKM, Runge-Kutta method, or Milne's method. The first step was common. That first step is reducing the second order equation given to first order form. Right? To reduce this, we have a substitution. Put dy by dx is equal to z. That implies, if I differentiate this, we get d square y by dx square is equal to dz by dx. Right? So this is the substitution, common substitution we are going to use to reduce the second order differential equation to first order form. So let us substitute this in the given equation. So therefore, the given differential equation becomes, so d square y by dx square. D square y by dx square is dz by dx. So it is dz by dx minus x square into dy by dx is there. And what is dy by dx? Z x square into z minus the last term 2xy is equal to 1. Right? So using the substitution in the d, so we can write this. So this can be rewritten as this simple as. So take these two terms to the right hand side. I mean, you write what is dz by dx from this. So what is dz by dx? This is equal to 1. So I'll take these two terms to the RHS. It becomes 1 plus x square into z plus 2xy. Right? So the given differential equation, which is of second order ODE, using the substitution reduces to a first order differential equation form. So this is the first step in solving any second order differential equations numerically. Now once we get this, according to the working procedure, the second step is we consider the two first order differential equations obtained here. So what are the two first order equations? See here, this is the one first order equation, dy by dx is equal to z. The substitution we have chosen, and this is the simplified equation, and the order of this is also 1 first order. So let us write these two equations first. We have dy by dx is equal to z, and dz by dx is equal to 1 plus x square z plus 2xy. So these are the two first order equations we get. Now I'll rewrite this first order differential equations as, so dy by dx, I'll take it as f of x comma y comma z. So x comma y comma z. So that is equal to that. That means I'll take this as f. And this dz by dx, let us take it as g of x comma y comma z. So it is 1 plus x square z plus 2xy. So we'll take the first one as f, second one as g. Now what about initial conditions? So the initial conditions are here. So just observe the conditions. See, we have y of 0 is equal to 1 and y dash of 0 is equal to 0. So you can observe that. So as I told in the previous chapter also, this represents x naught, this represents y naught. So x naught value is 0, and here also same, this represents x naught and this represents y naught dash. So the right hand side represents the value of y, left hand side represents value of x. So here x naught you can observe in both the conditions it is same. So the value of x naught is 0, x naught equals 0. Now y naught, what is y value? 1. Y means y naught here, initial value. Y naught is 1, and this is the value of what? Y dash. I mean y naught dash. But you know, in this method you have taken y dash as z. Y dash means what? Dy by dx. So you have taken y dash dy by dx is equal to z. So y dash can be written as z. So this is the value of y naught dash. Y naught dash is same as z naught. So the value of y dash is nothing but z here. So I can take this as z naught. Z naught equals 0. So these are the initial conditions of a problem. X naught is 0, y naught is 1, and z naught is 0. Right? So we have F here, G here, initial conditions. So this is the required data to solve a problem in fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So you have to reduce your second order differential equation to first order like this. Take F and G, rewrite the initial conditions, then start applying a method. Now we know that the approximate solution of a given IVP in case of fourth order Runge-Kutta method can be calculated by a formula y of x is equal to, it is y naught plus 1 by 6 into k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. So let us call it as equation 1. So this is the formula which calculates what is the value of y at x. So x is 0.1 here. So it gives y of 1.1. You can calculate by using this. So your k1, k2, k3, k4 are the parameters. We have to calculate them. So let us calculate this ki's and we substitute here. So we know that, or we have k1 equals. So what is the formula of k1? So k1 is, it is h into f of x naught, y naught, z naught. Now this is equal to first h. So what is h in the problem? See, if you observe here, the value of h is not given in the problem. So when h is not given, we know that the value of h can be calculated like this. So h is equal to, the formula is x minus x naught, final minus initial. So what is x in this problem? X is 0.1, final value. So it is 0.1 minus x naught. What is x naught? 0. So it is 0.1 minus 0. So this gives h is equal to 0.1. So substitute that here. It is 0.1 into f of x naught. What is x naught? 0. Y naught. What is y naught? 1. Z naught. What is z naught? 0. Now this implies k1 is equal to 0.1 into f value. What is f of 0, 1, 0? So you know f is z. F is nothing but z. Just compare it. F is z. And what is the value of z? 0. So that value you put here. If I put z value in this case, z is 0. So it becomes 0. So this implies the value of k1 is 0. So this is the value of k1. Now L1. So L1, again the formula is same, h into, so instead of f, g will come, g of x naught, y naught, z naught. So this is equal to, see everything is same, just change the symbol. It is 0.1 into g of 0, 1, 0. Right? G of 0, 1, 0. Now substitute here. This is 0.1 into. Now what is g? So observe here. G is this. 1 plus x square into z plus 2xy. Now in this relation of g, have to substitute these values. So in this, x is 0, y is 1, z is 0. Substitute in this. So it is 1 plus, see x is 0 and even z is also 0. So this becomes, entire term is 0. 0 into this. 0 plus next, come to this. So here also 2 into x is 0, y is 1. Since x is 0, 0 into this, it is also becomes 0. So get 1 plus 0 plus 0. So this gives 1, 1 into 0.1. So the value of L1 is 0.1. Right? So this is how we can find the L1 value. Now K2. K2, the formula is h into f of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus k1 by 2, comma z naught plus L1 by 2. So this is the formula for K2. Now we know h is again same 0.1 into f of, let us calculate this, x naught plus h by 2. So x naught is 0, h is 0.1, 0.1 by 2. So 0.1 by 2 is 0.05. So 0.05 plus 0, it is 0.05, this term. So next y naught plus k1 by 2. You know k1 is 0. So 0 by 2, 0. 0 plus y naught, and y naught is 1. So it is 1 plus 0, 1. Z naught plus L1 by 2. You know Z naught is 0. L1 is 0.1. So it is 0.1 by 2. 0.05 plus this is anyway 0. So it gives 0.05. So this is the expression for K2. Now this implies K2 equals, it is 0.1 into now F. So what is F here? You know F is nothing but Z. F is Z. And what is the value of Z in this? 0.05. Substitute here. So it is 0.05. Right? F is Z and put the value of Z. Z is 0.05. So if I simplify this, we get the value of K2. So this comes around 0.005. So this is the value of K2. Now L2. So the formula for L2 is same formula, change F to G. It is h into g of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus k1 by 2, comma z naught plus L1 by 2. So just sign is, the symbol is changed. Now again 0.1 into, so this change this F to G, it is G of 0.05, comma 1, comma 0.05. The same terms are there, same simplification will come. So now simplify this. This is 0.1 into G. And what is G here? You know G is 1 plus x square z plus 2xy. So this is the expression for G. In this expression, you have to substitute these values. For x, you can put 0.05. For y, 1. For z, 0.05. So just substitute these values here. If I substitute here, it is 1 plus x square. X square means what? It is 0.05 whole square here into z. What is z? Again 0.05 plus next term 2 into x is there. What is x? 0.05 into y. What is y? 1. Right? So 1 plus x square z plus 2xy. So simplify this, we get the value of L2. So this value is 0.11. So the value of L2 for this problem is 0.11 we get. So this is how we can find the value of L2. Right? So once we get the value of L2, next we can find the value of K3. Now the K3 is, let us calculate K3 for this. K3 equals, the formula is h into f of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus k2 by 2, comma z naught plus L2 by 2. So this is the formula for K3. You know it is 0.1 into f of. So let us simplify these things. x naught plus h by 2. So what is x naught plus h by 2? Already did. X naught plus h by 2 is 0.05. I'll write that value directly. Comma. Y naught plus k2 by 2. See, y naught was 1. 1 plus k2. k2 is 0.005 divided by 2. So 0.005 divided by 2 is 0.0025 plus 1. So it is 1.0025. 1.0025 plus z naught plus L2 by 2. L2 is 0.11. 0.11 by 2 plus z naught is 0. So 0.11 by 2 is 0.055. Simplify this. This implies K3 equals, it is 0.1 into f of this. What is f of this? You know, f is z, and what is the value of z? This one, 0.055. So if I multiply these two, we get K3 as 0.0055. So this is the value of K3. Right? This is the value of K3 here. Now we find the value of L3. So you know L3 is again same formula. So just change f to g. It is h into g of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus k2 by 2, comma z naught plus L2 by 2. Now this is equal to 0.1 into same relation. Change f to g. G of 0.05, 1.0025, 0.055. Now this is equal to, it is 0.1 into, now g. So now g is, it is 1 plus x square z plus 2xy. In place of x, we will put this value. In place of y, we put this one. And in place of this z, we will put 0.055 here. So if I substitute this, we get, so this, it is 1 plus x square. What is x square? 0.05 whole square into z. Z is 0.055 plus this is 2 into xy. What is x? 0.05 into y. Y is 1.0025. So if I simplify this, we get the value of L3. So L3 value for this problem is 0.11004. So I get the value of L3 now. So now the next is K4. So let us calculate what is K4 now. So a minute. Yeah. K4, the formula is, you know, it is h into f of x naught plus h, comma y naught plus K3, comma z naught plus L3. So this is the formula for K4. Let us simplify. H is 0.1 into f of, so x naught plus h. You know, x naught is 0, h is 0.1. 0 plus 0.1. It is 0.1. Comma y naught is 1, K3. So K3 we got 0.0055. So it is 1.0055. Z naught plus L3. You know, Z naught is 0. L3. In the previous step we got L3. It is 0.11004. Right? So this is the simplified expression. Now this implies K4 equals, it is 0.1 into f. You know, f is z. F is z. And what is the value of z here? It is 0.11004. So if I simplify this, we get the value of K4. So this comes around 0.011004. I'll write 0.011, enough. So this is the value of K4. And here next is L4, and as I told, L4 is not required here because we are not going to calculate K5 and R. So up to K4 I want. So I got K4 value. So you can go to the last step. So what is the last step in this? So the last step says substitute substitute k1, k2, k3 and k4 in equation 1 along with the value of y0. We get y of x means 0.1 equals y0. So you know y0 is 1 plus 1 by 6 into this is k1. So k1 was 0 plus 2 into k2. Substitute the values. K2 is 0.005 plus 2 into k3. K3 is 0.0055 plus k4. K4 was 0.011. So I've substituted all the values of ki's. Now use your calculator and simplify this. We get the value of y of 0.1. So the value of y of 0.1 for this problem is, it is 1.0053. So this is the value of y at x is equal to 0.1. So this is the required solution of your problem. This is how we can solve a problem by using the fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So same procedure what we did in module 4 to solve a first order DE. But here one extra step is you have to reduce that second order differential equation to first order form and then you have to proceed. So same formula, same type of calculation. Okay, so this is the required solution for a problem here. Second problem. Apply Runge-Kutta method of order 4 to find y at x is equal to 0.2 by taking step length h is equal to 0.2 for initial value problem. D square y by dx square is equal to x into dy by dx whole square minus y square. Y is equal to 1 and y dash is equal to 0 when x equals 0 initially. These are the initial conditions. So it is same as the last problem. A second order differential equation is given. We have to solve the second order differential equation using the fourth order Runge-Kutta method. Solution. So we know that the first step in fourth order Runge-Kutta method is reducing the second order differential equation to first order by using a substitution. So we know the substitution here is put dy by dx is equal to z. This implies its second order. D square y by dx square is equal to dz by dx. So this is the substitution commonly we are going to use to reduce second order equation to first order in fourth order Runge-Kutta method or Milne's method, any numerical technique here. Now let us substitute this in the given DE. Substitute here. Therefore we get d square y by dx square is dz by dx. So dz by dx equals, this is x into dy by dx. What is dy by dx? Z. If I put z here, it is xz square minus y square. Right? So the equation reduces to first order form. Right? This is the first step. So once the equation reduces to first order form, we know that we'll consider that first order equations. The first order equations here are dy by dx is equal to z, this one, and dz by dx equal. These are the two equations we have. We write them separately. We have dy by dx is equal to z and dz by dx is equal to, it is xz square minus y square. So we'll write the first order equation separately. Now we know that these first order differential equations will be considered like this. This dy by dx, I'll take it as f. F of x comma y comma z is equal to what? Z. And so this dz by dx, I'll take it as g. G of x comma y comma z equals xz square minus y square. Right? So the first order equations, let us consider them as f and g. F is our substitution and g is the simplified equation. So once we get a first order, see what are the initial conditions here. So given x naught equals the initial condition. What is x naught? They said x is equal to 0 initially. Means this is the value of x naught. X naught was 0, comma y naught. What is the initial value of y? They said y is equal to 1 initially. So y naught is 1. And what is z naught? So initial value of z. So they were given y dash is equal to 0 initially, but we know that y dash is z. So y dash is equal to z. So whatever the value of y dash they have given represents the value of z. So that means initially the value of z is 0. So I can say z naught is 0. Right? So x value, y value, y dash is nothing but z. So these are the initial conditions for a problem. Right? So this is the first step in your fourth order Ungekutta method. Reduce second order equation to first order form, rewrite them, write what are the initial conditions. So once you write this, we know that the approximate solution of an IVP in case of fourth order Ungekutta method can be obtained by a formula y of x equals, it is y naught plus 1 by 6 into k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. Let us call it as 1. So this is the formula which calculates the approximate solution of IVP in case of fourth order Ungekutta method. So your y naught value is known, whereas this ki values we have to calculate. K1, K2, K3, K4. So let us calculate one by one. First, K1. We have K1 equals. So what is the formula of K1? H into f of x naught, comma y naught, comma z naught. This is equal to, what is h? See, in this problem h is already given, 0.2. So I'll substitute that. 0.2 into f. So you know f of x comma y comma z is z. Right. So I'll write one more step. Sorry. F of x naught. What is x naught? 0. Comma y naught. Y naught is 1. Comma z naught. Z naught is 0. Later we'll substitute. This implies k1 equals 0.2 into. See this. F means z. And in place of z, let us put the value. What is the value of z here? 0. So substitute this. We get 0.2 into 0. So this gives k1 is equal to 0. So this is how we can calculate the value of k1. Now let us find L1. L1. The formula is h into g of x naught, y naught, z naught. This is equal to same formula here, just change f to g. Now h is 0.2 into this is g of x naught, y naught, z naught. 0, 1, 0. Same relation. Now simplify this. This implies L1 equals 0.2 into g of this. So what is g here? You know, g is xz square minus y square. This is the relation for g. In this relation, let us substitute x equals 0. Next, y means 1 and z means 0. So let us put the values of 0, 1, 0. That is x, y, z in this. So it is x 0 into z is 0. So it is 0 into 0 square minus here y square. What is y? 1. So it is 1 square. Simplify this. This gives minus 1. Minus 1 into 0.2. So the value of L1 is minus 0.2. So L1 is minus 0.2 for this. So once you find K1, L1, now start finding K2. So now K2 formula is h into f of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus K1 by 2, comma z naught plus L1 by 2. Now this is equal to h is 0.2 into f of, see, x naught plus h by 2. You know x naught is 0. This is 0. h is 0.2, so it is 0.2 by 2. So 0.2 by 2 is 0.1, 0.1 plus 0, 0.1, comma y naught plus k1 by 2, but you know k1 is 0. So that means this term becomes 0, you get only y naught. And what is y naught? 1. 1. Z naught plus L1 by 2, you know Z naught is 0. So leave this term. L1 by 2, L1 is 0.2, minus 0.2. So minus 0.2 divided by 2, it is minus 0.1. Now this is equal to 0.2 into. Now this is F. So you know F means Z. So what is the value of Z? Minus 0.1. So that I'll substitute. Minus 0.1 here. So if I simplify this, we get the value of K2. That is K2 is minus 0.02. Minus 0.02. So this is the value of K2. Right? So this is how we can find K2. Now, once you find K2, we'll go to calculation of L2. So L2 formula is same. H into F of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus k1 by 2, comma z naught plus L1 by 2. Now this is equal to, it is 0.2 into, so sorry, g into g of, now g of, this calculation already we did here, I'll take the same values. So it is g of 0.1, comma 1, comma minus 0.1, this. Now substitute this. This is 0.2 into. Now what is g? You know g is xz square minus y square. In this let us substitute x is 0.1, y as 1 and z as minus 0.1 in this. Substitute. Now x means 0.1, z square means minus 0.1 whole square minus y square. Y means 1, no? So it is minus 1 square. So simplify this, we get the value of L2. So L2 for this problem is, use your calculator and simplify. It is minus 0.1998. So this is the value of L2 we are going to get. Right? So once you find L2, you can go to calculation of K3. And you know K3 formula is h into, it is f of x naught plus h by 2, comma y naught plus k2 by 2, comma z naught plus L2 by 2. So this is the formula for K3. Now further, this is equal to h. What is h? 0.2 into f of, see x naught plus h by 2 already we did. X naught plus h by 2 already we did. It is 0.1, comma y naught plus k2 by 2. See k2 is minus 0.02. Divide by 2 means it is minus 0.01 and y naught is 1. So it is 1 minus 0.01. So it is 1 minus 0.01. So it comes around 0.99, 0.99, comma z naught plus L2 by 2. Z naught is 0, L2 is this, it is minus 0.1998. So it is minus 0.1998 divided by 2 plus 0. It gives minus 0.0999. I'll consider 4 digits. Now simplify this. This implies K3 equals, it is 0.2 into F. And you know F is nothing but Z. So and what is the value of Z here? It is minus 0.0999. So simplify this, we get the value of K3. So for this problem, K3 is minus 0.01998. So this is the value of K3 we get. Now, so once we get K3, you know, you can find out what is the value of L3O. Now L3 formula is, it is h into, same, instead of f we get g of, it is x naught plus h by 2 comma y naught plus k2 by 2 comma z naught plus L2 by 2, right? So now this is equal to h is 0.2 into g of, see this calculation already we did, so we have here, let us substitute, it is 0.1 comma 0.99 comma minus 0.0999, right? So now this is equal to, it is 0.2 into g, so now g is, it is, see this one, xz square minus y square, so x is 0.1, y is this 0.99 and z is this, substitute in this relation. So if I substitute here, we get, it is x means 0.1 into z square means minus 0.0999 whole square minus y square means 0.99 whole square. So use your calculator and simplify, we get the value of L3 for this. So L3 is minus 0.1958 you are going to get. This is the value of L3 for a problem here, right? So we calculated up to L3. So next we'll go for K4. So now K4. So the formula is, h into f of x naught plus h comma y naught plus k3 comma z naught plus L3. Now this is equal to, h is 0.2 into f of x naught plus h. So x naught is 0 and h is 0.2. So it is 0 plus 0.2. 0.2 comma y naught plus k3. Y naught was 1 and k3 is minus 0.1998. So it is 1 minus 0.01998. So it gives 0.9800 comma z naught plus L3. Z naught is 0. L3 is minus 0.1958. Right? So this is the K4 expression. Now this is equal to 0.2 into f. F is z, and what is z here? It is minus 0.1958. So if we simplify this, we get the value of K4, and K4 for this problem is minus 0.03916. So this is the K4 value. So we got all Ki's, K1, K2, K3, K4. So substitute them in one. Substituting K1, comma K2, comma K3 and K4 in equation 1. We get y of x. X means 0.2 here. Y of 0.2 equals y naught. Y naught is 1 plus 1 by 6 into first K1. K1 is 0. Plus 2 into K2. So K2 is minus 0.02 plus 2 into K3 minus 0.01998 plus K4. K4 is minus 0.03916. Right? So all values of K's are substituted. So simplify this. We get y of 0.2 equals, so it is 0.9801. So this is the value of y at x is equal to 0.2. So this is the required solution of your problem according to fourth order Runge-Kutta method. This is how we can solve a second order ordinary differential equations using the fourth order Runge-Kutta method. And remember, this is a common procedure for all problems of second order in case of fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So whatever we have discussed in first problem, the same procedure is applied for second one, and you can apply this procedure for remaining problems also. Okay, so one problem for practice purpose. Using fourth order Runge-Kutta method, find y of 0.2 for an IVP d square y by dx square minus x into dy by dx minus y equals 0, given that y is equal to 1. This is 1. Y dash is equal to 0 when x is equal to 0 initially. So just solve this problem using fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So whatever we did for the previous two problems, in the same way you can try this. So all the best. Thank you.